What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. And I am here today for another 5 Blu-rays that you need to have in your collection. And this is the Arrow Video Edition. So yeah, I thought I would just throw together another little casual recommendation video. I really love doing these kinds of videos because it just forces me to go back into my collection and review like old movies that I've watched, old special edition Blu-rays that I've watched maybe 2, 3, 4 years ago in some of these cases, and just kind of reminisce on the things that I loved about these releases when they came out, and hopefully it inspires you guys to potentially pick these releases up yourself. So for everything that I do recommend today from the Arrow Video catalog, I will be leaving Amazon affiliate links in the description below. So definitely, if you use those, you will be supporting the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. And hopefully I can sell you on some of these releases, because I've got some incredible titles that I'm going to be going over to here today. Before we get into it, guys, I'm going to ask that if you are not yet a subscriber of the Mid-Level Media channel, this is your first time finding me on the YouTube, definitely hit that subscribe button for more great physical media based content. And also be sure to like this video, guys. Every single like will help this channel out and help it grow, and I would greatly appreciate it. And also comment down below what are some of your favorite Arrow Video releases? What are some of your favorites in your collection? Let me know in the comment section below. Will you be purchasing any of these based on my recommendations? Let me know down below. So before we get into it, guys, I just want to cover like Arrow Video in general. Like they're probably right now my favorite boutique label that's out there. And I do, full disclosure, I do have a partnership with them. I get some of their stuff in to review for free. But still, that doesn't really sway me in the direction of picking them as my favorite boutique label. They just put out some of the best quality releases with some of the best special features, the best transfers, just everything. The packaging is top notch. Arrow Video just does such a fantastic job with all of their releases, and I'm usually generally satisfied with every single release that I get from Arrow Video. Before we get into it, I'm going to go ahead and call out that I'm not going to be covering the Tremors 4K or the Django 4K. Those to me are probably my 2 top recommendations. I think that those are the best Arrow Video transfers with the best special features that they've ever done, at least of the ones that I've seen. But I have full reviews for those on the channel, so I don't really feel the need to cover those in this video. Go check out those reviews for my glowing, ringing endorsement on those films. But the first one that I wanted to get into with you guys is An American Werewolf in London. So this is an official recommendation for this video, because this right now, I didn't realize it at the time before I did this video, because this was on sale like I think 3 months ago for 20 bucks on Amazon.com. It is now apparently not even on Amazon.com right now. You can buy it for like $200 for somebody that's selling it on Amazon, but it's not available for you to buy just like a normal release anymore. I'm not sure if this is out of print or not. I didn't really do any like deep dives or digging into that. I did look on eBay. This edition right here with this hard cover right here, this hard slip cover, which is always awesome. I love this about Arrow, how they do these really hard like booklet style releases. But you can get it on Amazon for like 80 to 100 bucks. So it's very expensive, and yeah, I did not realize that. Hopefully they put it back into circulation at some point. I doubt that they'll do it with this hard cover right here, but yeah, this is an incredible release. This is probably my favorite of their Blu-ray releases, their regular Blu-ray releases. And yeah, just one of my favorite movies of all time, my favorite werewolf movie. So I can't cover An American Werewolf in London because I don't want to not be able to provide you all with the link to actually purchase An American Werewolf in London yourselves. But it's an incredible release. I don't know if it's a $200 worthy incredible release, but it is a great release by Arrow Video. So let's get into the official recommendations, guys, right now. So the first one that I'm going to call out is a film from 1985. And it is my favorite film from this director. And I know a lot of people will call out plenty of his other movies, but I love this one just for its weirdness and just for what it meant to me when I watched it as a teenage boy. I've always loved this movie. It's just a fun kind of kid adventure, coming of age, science fiction story, just a lot of different things rolled into one. It's my favorite John Hughes movie, and that is Weird Science. So I love Weird Science. I've always loved it ever since I was a kid, and I was so happy when Arrow Video announced that they were doing this one. First off, this cover right here is just gorgeous. It's immaculate. I love the artwork on there. You got Kelly LeBrock standing there, that iconic scene with her standing in the doorway right there. It's just it's such a gorgeous cover. I love this cover, and you know, obviously she's smoking, so I mean it's there's that too. But you have like the you know, the font from the movie with the electric on the weird and stuff. So this is, yeah, just one of my favorite John Hughes movies ever, if not my favorite. The favorite of the ones that he directed, at least. Yes, I like this movie better than Breakfast Club. I know, guys, Breakfast Club is a better movie, but I do like this one better than Breakfast Club. So yeah, I mean, let me just take it out of here real quick. So yeah, it's got this cool like alternate artwork right here. This is probably from like the original poster of it. More than likely, they usually do that, but you reverse this cover art and it's the same as the slipcover. So yeah, I'm a big fan of this release right here, guys. It's got tons of great special features in this, tons of new special features that are new to this release. It is a new 4K scan of the original camera negative, so the transfer looks immaculate on this one. It is going for $19.99 right now, currently on Amazon, so cannot recommend this one highly enough. It's a great release. Hopefully you can still get the slipcover with it. I know some of these that have been out for a while, I think this released in 2019, you won't be able to get the slipcover, but it's still a great release, great transfer, great special features, and just a great movie if you haven't seen it. A fun movie, a fun 80s movie with definitely one of my favorite Bill Paxton performances as Chet, for sure. So yeah, it's Weird Science is fantastic. So getting into my next one, guys, this one's called Deadly Manor. This one's a little bit off the beaten path, a little bit more obscure of the Arrow Video titles that I'm going to be talking about here today, but this isn't even what I would call a great movie, but it is a really fun, solid, kind of low-budget slasher film. A film from 1989. This one was directed by, I'm trying to get the director, Jose Ramon Laras, who also directed another Arrow Video release that came out around the same time, and that was Edge of the Axe. I had a good time with that one as well, but I think of the two, because I watched them within close proximity of each other, I think that this one I enjoyed more just because it was a little bit more confined within this house setting, and it had some really fun reveals towards the end, some twists and turns that I thought were pretty solid. And it was kind of a creepy movie too. It's a little sleazy, a little trashy, but it's fun, and I do recommend it. Right now you can get it for $26.99, so it's a little bit steep on there, but this does have some great special features. It is a 2K restoration from the original film elements, and yeah, it's got some fun special features with some of the actresses, interviews with some of the actresses in here. So yeah, it's a solid release. I reckon it's a fun movie, and yeah, it's one of my recommendations today. So Deadly Manor. Let's get into the next one, and I have an interesting story with this one because this is a series of movies. This is the second one in that series, and I watched this one first. I watched it before I watched the first one, and that's Creepshow 2. So this is one of the first Arrow videos that I ever bought, and it's because I had such fond memories of this movie when I was a kid. I just remember watching it like at my aunt's house when I was probably like 10 or 11. And I've always remembered I think it's the second segment in this movie, but the raft scene. I think the segment's called The Raft, where they go out there and the big tar monster blob things in the water, and it just devours them all on the raft. That's always just stuck out in my mind as like one of the probably like creepiest horror moments that I remember from my childhood. It was very creepy it scared me when I was a kid. Made me not want to go into like lakes where I couldn't see the bottom. But yeah, I watched this a couple of years ago when I bought this release, and then I bought the Scream Factory edition of the first Creepshow movie, and I watched that for the first time, and I'm like, damn, this is just pales in comparison to the masterwork that is Creepshow 1. That movie is so much better than this one, but I still have a lot of fun with this one. I still really like this one. I think the first segment is pretty good with the Indian like statue or whatever, but I'm not a big fan of the third one with and I honestly can't even remember what the third one was. The Hitchhiker one. I'm not a huge fan of that one, but Overall, this one's really fun. It's got a fun little Tom Savini performance in it in the beginning with him like in the back of that pickup truck or whatever. But yeah, this one's fun. I like this one. It's fun enough for me to recommend it to you guys. Right now, it's $17.49 on Amazon, so it's definitely the cheapest of all the ones that I'm recommending today. And if you've seen Creepshow 1 and you love Creepshow 1 like I do now, and I can't believe I had waited so long to see that one. But yeah, this is the one I grew up with. This is like, I probably seen this one like 10 times when I was younger. And I just never watched the first one for whatever reason. I really don't know why. I can't explain it. Maybe availability, who knows. But this one's super fun though, and it's got some great special features. It's got cool reversible cover art, which, because I don't have this one reversed, I'll go ahead and show it off to you guys. Cool artwork right there with the Creepshow, the Creepshow guy in front of the theaters, a little skull. So yeah, definitely pretty awesome release with some cool artwork, some cool special features as well. With that one. So let's get to my fourth recommendation. And I know this is a silly movie, silly little post-apocalyptic science fiction film starring Kevin Costner from 1995. But I bought this movie because I love the presentation of it, and I love the artwork, and I remember watching it as a kid and enjoying it. And you know what? It really held up for me when I rewatched it when I bought the set, and that is Waterworld. And I know it's not a masterpiece of science fiction cinema or anything, but I don't know. I just always have a great time with this movie. I have great memories with this movie. It's super fun. Dennis Hopper's given like just one of the most outlandish villain performances that you will see in the 90s. And I mean, he did that a lot. He was the villain in Speed, in this. Cities were underneath the water. I just really loved the premise in this one when I was a kid. Everybody's good in this movie. It's even got the little girl right there who the only other thing I know of that she was in was Napoleon Dynamite. She was the girlfriend or the love interest of Napoleon Dynamite in that movie, so that's actually kind of funny. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie, and this is just such a spectacular presentation and case. I love Arrow Video, just how they do these little hard slipcase covers right here. But yeah, you got the old school poster right there. You got the Arrow version right there, so that's cool. They always do such great work. Same thing with the American Werewolf in London set. It's the same way. All right, let me put this back in here. But yeah, you get so many different like cuts in this one. You get the theatrical cut, you get the TV cut, you get the Ulysses cut, which is just like, I think it's over 3 hours long with that one. But yeah, this is such a fun movie, guys. I really enjoy this movie. Yeah, the original cut's 135 minutes. The TV cut is 176 minutes, and the Ulysses cut is 178 minutes. And you do open it up and you get like the disc for each one of them. So this is a 3-disc set right here. You get some cool like cards in it as well. And yeah, I got this back before I did the YouTube, so I guess it's cool that I get to show this stuff off to you guys. Yeah, Waterworld, man. Now, let me know in the comment section below. I think Waterworld is slept on and made fun of by people for probably good reason, but I don't know. I just love the movie. I think people trash on it too much, in my opinion. I think it's great. I like Waterworld. Call me crazy. It's got a lot of other great special features in it as well. It's got some cool interviews and stuff like that in here. So this is a great release by Arrow Video. Right now, guys, it's going for $27.99 on Amazon.com. So like I said, I don't know if you'll just be able to get this right here. This does have reversible cover art too. You reverse it and it's the same as this. But yeah, I don't know if they're just going to send you this release or if they still have some of these big hard shell cases in their collection. I have to assume, I'm dropping everything everywhere, but I have to assume that they probably don't have the hard shell cases anymore. But if they do, and you get lucky, it's definitely a great set for $27.99. Even without it, it's still a 3-disc set, so some pretty good value there. For this one. So let's go ahead and get into my final recommendation. This was back when I didn't even know what Arrow Video was. I just bought this because I saw it on Amazon. I was like, I remember that film when I was a kid. I wanted to get it. And I think it was like, I don't know, it was $17, $18 back then. So I went ahead and scooped it up, and that is House. So yeah, I watched House and House 2 quite a bit on VHS when I was a kid. And I remember really enjoying both of them. I remember both of them being pretty scary. And rewatching this movie a couple of years ago, it's a very goofy movie. It's a different movie. You got Norm from Cheers in this movie. So yeah, it's a fun movie. Interesting enough, though, it is directed by Steve Miner, who also directed Friday the 13th Part 2, 3, Halloween H2O, Lake Placid. Had an extensive career in the horror genre. So yeah, it's a fun movie. It's just not as scary as I remember. It's borderline like a horror comedy, I would almost say, and I did not remember it being that at all when I rewatched it. So going ahead and we'll flip the cover art because I don't have it flipped already, and you do get the original poster right here with the skull hand, which I really like it, and kind of acting as the key. I think that's a really cool poster for that one right there, guys. And yeah, you get some very, very extensive special features in this one. It's a brand new 2K restoration from the original film elements. And yeah, you get audio commentary with Steve Miner, producer Sean S. Cunningham, Making of House, a brand new documentary featuring interviews with director Steve Miner, producer Sean S. Cunningham took part in making this. So yeah, definitely a lot of good people in this movie, and a lot of great special features as well. So House, I would recommend. Now, the only thing with House is this is another one I can't leave an Amazon affiliate link for because it's not available currently on Amazon, but I did find it at walmart.com for $24.96. So you can purchase it at walmart.com. I'll leave that link down below, but again, it's not going to be an Amazon link, so just keep that in mind. So with that, guys, I appreciate you watching this Arrow video recommendation video of these 5 titles right here. So let me know in that comment section below which of these do you love, do you like, do you have any of these in your collection? Are you going to purchase any of these based on my recommendation? If you want to give me some Arrow video recommendations, I would gladly take them in the comment section below. But yeah, leave your comments down there, guys. Like the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you later.